Hi, I love cricket. I absolutely adore cricket, and for a large part of my life, Sachin Tendulkar, Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar was one of my cricketing gods. So this might seem a bit too extreme, but I do not think it is at all. Today, the Caravan, it's a magazine which claims to be journalistic, at least I am basing it on what just I have read, published an article questioning Sachin Tendulkar's moral courage. They called him morally timid. And there is so much which is wrong with this article that it wouldn't have probably crossed a school magazine's editorial, let aside a journal which claims to be so well reputed and dignified. But I will not speak so much about that as much as I will just simply tell you what's written in it and how ridiculously stupid and abhorrent it is. So, here goes. It starts off with an analogy about vada pav and how Sachin Tendulkar likes vada pav. Ajinkya Rahane, India's vice captain, had asked on his Twitter profile, "How do you like your vada pav?" And Sachin Tendulkar had replied, "I like my vada pav with red chutney, very little green chutney, and some imli chutney to make the combination even better." This is what Sachin Tendulkar had said. It's a simple thing about vada pavs. But this writer, Vaibhav Vats, says that, at the time of this exchange, protests against the Citizenship Amendment Act had been rolling the country for more than a month. While the country's secular future felt at stake, compelling even many otherwise reticent luminaries to speak out, Tendulkar was occupied with the mundane and the banal. Dude is talking about a vada pav and how he likes it. What's your problem? He further goes on saying about Sachin Tendulkar, he belongs to Mumbai's largest community that nevertheless lacks any substantial economic and cultural power amidst the upper echelons of the city. The wellspring of the nativism that drives much of the politics of the Shiv Sena. Dude, you're talking about the Marathas, the great mighty Marathas. Are you serious when you say that they do not have any substantial economic and cultural power? Really? Who appointed you as someone who can decide whether they have power or not? Maharashtra happens to be one of the great states of this nation. They are significantly powerful. And really? I can't even... Oh, hold on, because this gets increasingly ridiculous. He further adds, the ordinary Maharashtrian Mumbaikar of Tendulkar's background often emanates an excessively differential attitude towards the powerful and the moneyed of India's financial capital, a dynamic ever present in Tendulkar's relationship with the Ambanis. Leaving aside Tendulkar's relationship with the Ambanis, a man is supposed to be free to keep whoever friends he wants to or not wants to, but excessively differential attitude towards the powerful and the moneyed of India's financial capital. So you're saying it about the entire Maharashtrian Mumbaikar? How do you even have the gumption to say something so particularly chauvinistic? You are blaming an entire community, Marathas and then Maharashtra's Mumbaikars. Wow. But he doesn't stop here. He further adds, the answer lies in Tendulkar's conservative upbringing as well as his psychological makeup, which can be described as a state of stunted adulthood. He's talking about a global superstar, one who has set all records on fire in international cricket, and describing him as having stunted adulthood. I mean, further, he says, if ever placed in a position of pressure to make a choice, Tendulkar was always likely to squeal on the side of the establishment. Tendulkar and squealing. You clearly haven't seen Desert Storm, have you? Or perhaps you don't even know about it. You haven't seen any of his innings. You don't know what the fuck are you talking about. Do you? Again, I know I should stop here, but this is so ridiculous that you should see. Tendulkar also shares the worst trait of the Indian middle class. Its indifference to the general good, its lack of commitment to the values of human rights and democracy, and its intellectual vacuousness. The only intellectual vacuousness which I've seen so far has been in this stupid, idiotic article. The Indian middle class? Really? It is indifferent to general good? Are you insane? It has lack of commitment to the values of human rights and democracy? The amount of elitism one needs to have for this is absolutely mind-boggling. And he doesn't stop here. I mean, how in the world does Caravan think it can be taken seriously if it has such vitriolic, absolutely hateful thing to be said against a Bharat Ratna, a one who people adore, one who is all across noted for being such a thorough gentleman? I have no idea. Anyways, they say of Bharat Ratna Sachin Tendulkar that he's a man without any beliefs at all, devoid of any ethical or moral concerns towards the society and the country that has so deified and venerated him. I mean, wow, a man without any beliefs at all. That guy played through pain, that guy played through his dad's demise, that guy played through absolutely incredible pressures of expectations for his country. For the love of the game, he rose through almost nothing and became a legend, even beyond legend. He literally became a demigod through sheer force of will and belief. And you are calling him a man without any beliefs whatsoever? Really? Wow. I think the problem here is that these guys are so upset, they are so incredibly angry because Sachin Tendulkar didn't vote or didn't voice his opinion for their cause. Instead, he simply said, hey, it's India's matter, let India decide it. He talked about India's sovereignty and unity, and these guys absolutely lost it. They so lost it that they are now writing such articles on him. And then they expect others to actually follow them. How? Just how is that gonna happen? Wow, man, to say something about Sachin Tendulkar and that to such nastiness takes incredible amount of dumb wittery. No? I'll see you tomorrow.